Okay, there you go. I have this new phone, so it's acting kind of wacko-jacko. There's a song. Here we go, right? Here we go. There is a song that I like. It's Getting to Know You. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me. You know the song, Getting to Know You. Getting to know all about you. You know that song, right? Here we go. Conversing. In a relationship, it is very imperative that you make an assessment. On your job, you have an assessment. They usually happen around July, where your job will assess your work ethic. They will assess your time, your attitude. They will make an assessment of your performance. And when they make an assessment of your performance, what they do is they give you a notice on how you're doing. I believe that assessments should be done in your relationship. An assessment should be done in your marriage. An assessment should be done in your relationships. And believe it or not, an assessment is done in courting. It's a vetting stage. It's when you take time to get to know each other. You take time to find out each other's likes and everybody's dislikes. I have to ask a question. How come people don't take a fair assessment in their relationships? You see, people change over the course of time. They change over the course of dating. They change over the course of things that happen in their lives to kind of make them who they are. Because what happens is people develop a sense of sensibility. They find their likes and they find their dislikes. They find who they are later on in life. You might have dated someone maybe when you were younger. And during the time when you were younger, it allowed you to love them right where they were. But what happens when you are dating someone and over the course of time, these individuals change? That means the same foods that they used to like at 20, they don't like it when they become 25. The same things that they were fond of when you guys first started dating, they don't like those things anymore. So you go on the assumption that those things are still good to them. And you may go out and you may buy the same old things that you've been buying for 10 years and find out they really don't like that anymore. So you have to have an assessment. This is a big thing. Attitude. Do you know people's attitudes change? In a marriage and in a relationship, your attitude changes. That means that you might have blown your top several times and realized that it's not worth it. And now guess what? You have more of an even keel disposition. And they don't have to deal with you like they used to when you first met them. You may have a person that you're involved with, and they used to just be happy all the time. And then they turn out to not be so happy like they used to. What happened? Well, time happened. Situations happen. Things happen in their lives. And they don't turn out to be the same people that they were when you first met them. That's why you have to do an assessment. I believe that everybody in a relationship, if you're in a relationship and it's more than 2 years, you are supposed to make an assessment of where you are. Can we still be together? Are we supposed to be together? Let me blow your mind. Just because two people love each other does not mean that they're supposed to be together. That's where the assessment takes place. You come in with that same old cheesecake and they don't like cheesecake anymore. And then you buy it and then they get mad and you're like, well, what you so mad at? You always like cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake anymore. The assessments in your relationship have to be. You have to sit down and go out to dinner, even put it in the letter like I said before, and make a fair assessment of the people you're spending your time with. Get to know them because people change. And you can't always treat them the same way you've always been treating them because people change. If you don't, or if you haven't, if you really just took them for granted and just assume that they are the same person that you've always been with, they're not going to be. Don't turn your eye and think that, they'll always be the same. That's a blinded eye. Because you're going to get yourself hurt. People get hurt in these relationships because they assume so much. They assume. Don't do that anymore. What you do is you go back. You take an assessment. And you say, I know you used to be that way. Tell me what you like now. I know you used to like that. Tell me what you like now. You have to make an assessment on the relationship that you've been with for years. Because people change. Attitudes change. Health change. The way people think change. Change has to happen. What sustains relationships is if you are willing to accept the change. People grow. Absolutely, Carol. People are growing every single day. And they mature every single day. But love allows you to hang in there with the change. And to not just change with them, but love this new individual that they've developed into. It's almost like having a child. The child changes, it toddlers, it crawls, it walks, and then it becomes an adult. And guess what? It has a different disposition. Do you stop loving it? No. Just like in a relationship and in marriages, people change. If you love them, you can love them enough for them to develop into who they are, as long as it's not causing you any pain. So do yourself a favor. Make an assessment of your marriage. Make an assessment of your relationship. And make an assessment of you. And you will find that you are changing. And you have to get to know yourself all over again. So the person that you're with can learn to love you from who you were to who you developed to. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Remember, every time you click my button, I'm always going to tell you the truth. Bye-bye.